Okay, well, what I wanted to do was tell you a little bit about what we're going to talk about today, and I'm going to just jump right into it. So my name is Michael, and I've been in the affiliate business and the e-commerce business for over 10 years. And it's a funny thing, what I'm going to share today is some things that, as an affiliate and somebody who develops sites, I typically don't give out. I don't publish this information because a lot of it is techniques on how you can make money with it. So I wanted to share it and tell you a little bit about myself. When I was preparing for this speech, I was visiting my parents over the holidays, and I'm working on my presentation, and my mother comes up to me and she says, "Michael, what do you do?" Well, I was kind of taken back by this because 11 years I've been doing business. And my mother's saying, "I don't understand what it is." So I'm going to tell you guys what I told my mother, and hopefully it'll make sense. Now, a little bit about what I do. In 1998, I started a company called Vastplanet, and we focused the business into 3 segments. We are e-commerce developers, web design, blog design. We do internet marketing management, which encompasses everything from affiliate management to search engine, PPC, social media, email marketing, and competitive intelligence that we manage on behalf of clients. On the 3rd segment of the business, we do management consulting relating to e-commerce, affiliate, as well as competitive intelligence. Now, outside of Vastplanet, it's still a division, is affiliate marketing. Now, in affiliate marketing, I started 10 years ago as a couponer. It worked out really well. Over the years, I splintered into being a niche affiliate. This is probably my 9th affiliate summit coming here. And then prior to that, I was in the computer business for 10 years in everything from sales and marketing to product management, pricing, you name it. They had me, I was working for the company for a long time. So the agenda for today's presentation, and I kind of wanted to get away from the podium, but I can't, so I'm locked up here. But if you see all these names on the right side, the focus of it is to look at the winners. Look at who's out there, who's leading, where are consumers and businesses buying goods and services, and translating that into something that you as affiliates can take and make money with. So I'm going to talk about why you want to learn about e-commerce, what's in it from the merchant perspective, and what's in it from the affiliate perspective. As an outsourced program manager for affiliate programs, it's an interesting light to change sides and go from being an affiliate to being a manager because you see the whole picture. So I'm going to kind of shed light on what's the motivation of each party. I'm going to talk about the e-commerce leaders and the trends that are happening with the economy, what's doing well, what's not doing well, so that you know what to focus on. I'm going to look at the conversion techniques that happen in e-commerce. Now, your affiliate site is only as good as if it converts at the next place. So the more you know about them, the better. I'm going to break out affiliate strategies, and I'm going to look at specifically 5 different coupon sites, break out the strategy, and show you why they excel. Then I'm going to break out in the end the basic and the advanced strategies of what you can learn and take away from this. Now, why learn about e-commerce? E-commerce sites spend a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of development trying to figure out how to convert somebody who comes to their website into a customer. They have one intention in mind, whether it comes from social media or mobile or Google or paid ad, they want conversion and they want that customer information. Their whole goal is to understand that shopper when they come through that door, to catalog them, identify them, and market to them. That's their whole focus. Now, they follow trends quite closely, and by looking at an e-commerce site, and especially since I've built so many of them and looked at them, as an affiliate, you can learn their strategies just by looking at an e-commerce site. And if you know where to look, you can figure out how to market your affiliate site and make more money. Now, what do merchants want? Okay? Merchants want that customer acquisition. They want the lowest form cost of acquisition. They want affiliates to be able to deliver a new customer to them so that they can ultimately market directly. They want reduction of costs, and they want to identify who that person is so that they know what to present to them to improve conversions. Now, what do affiliates want? I mean, what do all of us want? We want to make money. That's what it comes down to. We want high conversions, low risk. We want the ability to remarket. We want somebody who comes to our website to fill out our newsletter form and be able to market back down to them goods and services that we can then continue to make money with. So how does it all work? Now, the e-commerce flow, and I'm going to show you this. This is something that I created to kind of give the overall feeling of where we all fit as an e-commerce merchant in the middle. You've got the consumer and the business, which are two different ways of how an affiliate program is structured. You've got the affiliate on both sides, feeding into the e-commerce merchant. You have social media, mobile, and search engines. So what happens with this is everybody is pushing all this business towards the e-commerce vendor, and the e-commerce vendor is creating a demand. So the areas of importance from an affiliate perspective of what you need to uncover here is that if you look at everything that they're doing here, you'll see that the affiliate makes up a smaller piece of the pie. Typically, an affiliate program only makes up 10 or 20% of the revenue of an e-commerce site. So if you think about that, the areas of opportunity in this pie of what I see going forward in affiliate marketing, social media, because right now they're putting out, join our Facebook fan club, follow us on Twitter. But what kind of things could you do as an affiliate that will push things back down towards that merchant? Fills a void. That's important to the merchant. The other area at the bottom is mobile. Right now, there's mobile applications that are out there where you can pull up Best Buy or Amazon on your iPhone. You can browse products, you can review things. But what's in there from an affiliate perspective right now? So you have to think to yourself, how could I get and if my affiliate links and work that together into a mobile application and fill the need of the circle that doesn't exist today? Now, in doing this, I wanted to talk a little bit about e-commerce. And if you think about the whole e-commerce, Amazon is the largest one out there. They did $19 billion worth of sales in 2008. They are a behemoth when you think about it. If you look at the top 500 internet retailers, they did $115 billion combined. So, and they did 11% gain if you look at it in 2007 over 2008 figures. This is part of the 2009 Internet Retailer Study that came out. Now the top 100 merchants make up $98 billion, which is 55% of the overall number. So if you're concentrating your affiliate program and looking at who the leaders are, it's very important to know who the top ones are and what are the segments that are underneath of that where people are going, where shoppers are going, because the more shoppers, the more potential money you could make. Now, Amazon has done, and I don't work for Amazon or anything, but Amazon has been on the top 500 list, #1, for the last 5 years, gaining 30% each year. Pretty incredible. And I'm going to show you a little bit of what they're doing to convert customers. Now, economic forces, they're all around us. Everybody, feels it. It's everywhere. So there are areas that are doing well and areas that aren't doing well. My strategy is to focus in on the areas that are doing well, where people are spending. Now, luxury is out, necessity is in. This wasn't the case until when I wrote this presentation. There was a release that came out that said that because the stock market went up, there was a lot more money that was disposable that came out. And what happened is that people went out and started buying jewelry. And so people like Coach and Tiffany's did really well, and online jewelers. So defies what I was saying inside the presentation. So look at that as an emerging trend that's happening. Winners are investing in technology, and mobile and social media are changing the landscape. So e-commerce vendors are scrambling to do more. Now, if you look at this chart, what I did was I took all the revenue and I said, you kind of look at it and you say, geez, in my mind I always thought Walmart was this behemoth, and they were so big in e-commerce. And then I looked at all the numbers and I said, wow, I didn't realize that Amazon was so big. And the next one on the list was Staples at $7 billion. Now, that's incredible to me because if you look at it, you've got Staples, Office Depot, Office Max. What's the common thread? Office products. People are buying staples, the things they need for their everyday life, the things that they need for their everyday business. That's doing well. And what's interesting about it is that you'll also see Dell and Apple and Sears and CDW. You'll see that people are buying things. You just have to figure out what segments they are. So I'm going to break that out. Now, what's selling? Apparel and accessories, food and drug. You're looking at mass merchant, which is people like Amazon, selling just about everything. What's in decline? Teen. Right now, teens aren't spending. And I don't really have an answer why they're not spending, but people like Abercrombie & Fitch are having a hard time. Hardware and home improvement has shifted quite a bit. Now, you don't see situations where, in the past, in real estate, everybody was buying a home every other week, and you saw all these people putting in pools and new fences and new landscapes, and their interior, they got all new living room furniture. You just don't see that anymore. So what happened, though, was there was a transformation in that market. For example, I represent this one hardwood flooring company, and what happened was the do-it-yourself segment grew because people didn't want to pay for a contractor to do it. They wanted to do it themselves. And then flowers and gifts are getting smaller. People are giving a little bit less, but it's still okay. Toys and hobbies rose during the fourth quarter. So if you were to look at your affiliate strategy and look at all this information and break it out, where would you have your best opportunity inside that chart? Apparel. So if I was to create a blog today about the top things that I saw in apparel, I would break it out not only by the type of apparel who was in the top list, but I would become members of all those programs that fit that pie. And I would talk about that because there's more numbers in the pie. Now, another slide that was interesting was, if you look at the top one here, there's 12 merchants that make up one particular category. Now, I was a Blue Nile merchant, affiliate partner, and one day in my coupon site, somebody came across, and this was probably about 5 years ago, and they bought $26,000 worth of raw diamonds off my coupon site. Great. $2,000 commission. It was fantastic. In my mind, I thought jewelry was fantastic. I should push jewelry offers. Everything was going great. The reality is that only 12 merchants make up $1 billion. That's a small fraction of the whole market. So if I was to create a new site today, I don't think I would create it right in the jewelry space. I'm going to skip this particular slide. Now let's talk about holiday shopping, because this is real information of what happened in the last 45 days. This is what went down with everything from Thanksgiving to Christmas to where all the money went and what happened. For the first time this year in e-commerce, we had tons of requests for people to send out email marketing on behalf of our clients, e-commerce sites, promoting offers that were incredible. Buy now, clearance, free shipping, unbelievable deals that were happening before even Halloween happened. So who benefited from that? Coupon sites benefit from that. 76% gain in traffic to the coupon sites. If you look at the names here, coupons.com, Eversave, Retailmenot. Retailmenot is going to be most the pure play affiliate. They are a couponer that I will break out in the slides that are coming. And 4 out of 5 people in the US visited an online store. Now, the thing that was interesting about it was 9 days out of the year, people spent more than $800 million. And the best day of the year was the last day for shipping. So what we have here is we have consumers who still want to buy, but they're waiting for that great deal. So if you think about that in relation to your sites, make sure that you're utilizing what's coming from your manufacturer, from your merchant that you're a member of, and convey that information as soon as possible out to customers. Now, another important part was that of the 48 days, to get an idea, that's $25 billion worth of goods that went out online. And the largest shopping days were midweek. So if you're a PPC marketer, what was amazing about these figures was that people were shopping while they were at work. So make sure that you're keeping your PPC campaigns lined up. Now, when you break out the segments, this is an interesting thing. If you think about the excitement of the Wii, or you think about all the deals on HD TVs that went out, or the iPhone, all these things that were excitements that people went out and tried to find, they're the same names. So 33% growth, people like Best Buy and Walmart, eBay, Target. So it tells you something. Consumers are getting smart. They are going out there and they're looking for the deal and they know where they want to get it. This is a chart that tells you the online spending of what happens during the holiday period. So this is very important to e-commerce vendors, but it's also very important to affiliate marketers, because if you're lining up your campaigns, you want to note these particular dates that happen. Because what happens is that there's a huge amount of competition that happens right in those segments. You want to build up in advance knowing that this is going to probably be the trend for next year as well. And if you look at the last day, which is the record with the trophy on the top, it was over $900 million. That was the best ever that's ever happened in one day in e-commerce. And that December 15th was because people wanted to get a better deal, and they waited. Now let's talk about the top e-commerce trends. And these are things where, these are what's hot in e-commerce right now. Some of these things are doable in an affiliate environment, and some of them need more development to get there. Number one, personalization. Nobody wants to be treated as just a hello audience. It's more of hello Bob. And the e-commerce site needs to talk to Bob and tell him, hey, I know what you bought. I know who you are. I know what you like. I know you've been here before. I know that you like sale items. I know that you like Adidas shoes. And I'm going to show those to you. Mobile e-commerce, very important. I'm going to break these out for you. Segmentation, taking your email list and not treating those customers individually is very important. So for example, if you have someone coming into your blog and you talk about consumer electronics, but yet they're only interested in televisions, you shouldn't send them everything. You should send them information about what they asked for, televisions. Ask them to join in and get more information. But remember, targeting improves conversions. Sharing, social media, and Facebook. You've got Facebook and Twitter are really the core at this point of what the e-commerce merchants are really looking at, and I'll show you why. Building loyalty, giving them a reason to come back. I have a coffee website, and I'm always struggling with the idea of how do I, as an affiliate, capture that customer who comes in through some random Google search or from Yahoo or Bing. How do I capture them and keep them in as a customer? And right now, one of the easiest ways to do that is through trying to get them through building loyalty through either a cashback program or through newsletters, something where you capture a piece of them. Enhanced search is also very important, but that helps you from an affiliate perspective because they're helping improve conversions. Product reviews, if you're running a blog, it's very easy to integrate reviews into your site at this point. All it is really just a plugin. And video. Now, if you look on the right side, you'll see that create an account, Victoria's Secret. Now, Victoria's Secret was one of the vendors who did very well in fourth quarter. Now, if you go there and try and get on the affiliate program, you won't get on it because it's a private program. And I know because I tried. But what you're going to see here is create an account. And so I'm going to now jump into Amazon.com and break out what is personalization, what can you do, and what makes them do so well out there in times of uncertainty. Well, Amazon.com, it's all about you and yours. So if you think about the language of your website, go back and take a look at it. Are you talking to the audience, or are you just talking about the benefits of the product? So, hey, this is a great HDTV. No, this is a great HDTV that would look great in your living room. It changes it. It's like the keynote yesterday. It was all about creating that relationship that happens and making them want it. Now, Amazon, when I walked in, to Amazon.com, it says we have recommendations for you. Well, that's behavioral learning right here. Your browsing history, that's part cookie and part account registration. So what that means, as soon as you land on Amazon, they're immediately going to try and look to see if you've been here before. But if you log in, everything that you've ever done is in there, all your history. Now, when I go in there, it says, hey, do you want to rate these items? Now, that's the social media aspect, which is return. We want you to give feedback and join the community. That's part of the keynote yesterday. Remember, you save these as part of the wish list. The community is part of social media. Kind of get that back. And then want to see today's deals. All gets back to what kind of thing can we convert on you today. And these were recommendations that came up on my screen when I came in. That was I bought a Vato flip cam 3 years ago. And they're trying to get me to get the charger at this point. Now you can clear all these things, and all this is only as good if your cookies are still alive. Okay, now with Amazon, once you've logged in, they keep that in their system, so that's going to come right back at you. Now mobile. What's really cool in mobile right now, and this is the Amazon app, is to tie together the personalization aspect into the mobile application. So what you're trying to do is still bring that, hey, we know you, we recognize you, we understand what you bought, but what they want to do is allow you to stand there in, say, Best Buy, pull out your phone, look at the same LG TV and say, you know what, I can buy that at Amazon, and I can read all the reviews, because that's what people are doing. I mean, that's why I go to Amazon, not necessarily to buy something, it's to read the reviews. Now, when you look at the Best Buy mobile application, this looks just like an e-commerce store, and this is a very different tactic. What they're trying to do here is they have all the sections. Okay, this could be data feed driven into an affiliate mobile application. It then comes into the second layer, which is you're going to pull in all your reviews, you're going to be able to sort pricing, and then ultimately get to the point where you could actually purchase that product. If you can design this in an affiliate application, you've got a true winner on your hand. Nobody that I know of has anything like this at this point. Now, segmentation and behavioral profiling. What this is this is the latest thing. Not anybody, America doesn't really know this, or the world at this point, but what's happening is all shoppers right now are being cataloged. We're all being identified. Regardless of where we go on the major e-commerce sites, our information is being tabulated. From the point when we go on to a particular site, say we go to Best Buy, or in this case, this was Wine Enthusiast. You go to Wine Enthusiast, and you start browsing around. At that point, it cookies your system. And it's automatically starting to record that you spent this many seconds on this page. You looked at this particular product. You clicked on this one to enlarge. We're logging all that information down. Now, when you get to the particular product, you're going to see this little guy right here, product alerts. If you like it that much and you want to be alerted about that product, we now have your email address. And now at that point, we connect the dots together, bring in those cookies together, and now we start creating a profile of you as a shopper. We also note the fact that if it was on sale, you're a sale shopper. Down here, we know this information, we know this. Let's kick these out to you, because we know most people are going to like these particular items based on what you're looking at. Now, what happens with this is that follow-up emails will come from this merchant. Now, in this particular case, this is a Staples one. But what happens at Wine Enthusiast is that you will get random emails that will fly in at you. And they will have just things about decanters that will come in. And you can try it. It's an interesting process. It's outside the regular email stream, and it's only for importance that goes back to that email alert. That's what people like Retailmenot do, which I'll show you as an affiliate. This one with Staples, what they're trying to do is, I had bought Mac Office software. Well, they sent me this, and they said, hey, you've made a good choice. Well, that was a bad move on their part, because they should have said, hey, Michael, how's your Mac working out? That would have been personalized, would have converted me better, and made me click on something below. But what they're trying to do is upsell. That's that part about the affiliate equation where the merchant wants you for this segment, but they don't want you for the rest of the whole transaction, because once they own that customer, they're going to market to them directly and keep sending them coupons and keep them in their court. Now, sharing is in. Like I said, Facebook, Twitter, very core right now. This is just an Amazon showing that the other piece of that is email, just sending out things. And that's an easy thing to integrate into many sites. You can get things like add this, that you can just pop in right into your website and it will do this. Now, the reason why Facebook is important and why that Facebook session was so jam-packed yesterday, I'm standing on the wall watching it, is because 5.5% of the audience is on Facebook, on the internet. People are using Facebook as their home page at this point. So get your Facebook fan club page together, tie it together with your affiliate strategy. Now, video. Video can be done with as easy as having a flip cam, whatever you want to shoot it with. The more video you put in, the higher chance you have of conversion. I make a lot of videos, and I have been. They do really well for me. And what you're seeing as an e-commerce piece is that you've got, say, HSN at the top, or QVC. Well, they have an advantage over all of us. They're shooting live TV, and their ability is to integrate these directly into the product pages improves conversion. So if you have a particular offer that you're talking about, and let's just say you were a member of the Buy.com affiliate program, and you were promoting their top 10 offers in your post, I would tie in that video of Melissa Salas in there talking about the top 10. It connects the dots. So if you can do that in your affiliate strategy, that's fantastic. Now, next up, Amazon.com, and this is part of the breakout of the conversion experts. As I mentioned, their sales are pretty incredible. But to get an idea of how many people that is, it's 275 million people coming in a month. It's a lot. It's a lot of people. 56 million people are unique coming in. Now, the average sale is $170. That's incredible when they sell books. Convert at 3.45%. But what was amazing to me when I looked at that stats was not just the sheer numbers. It was the fact that at the bottom, right there, 70% of them were loyal customers. They knew Amazon. They typed it in directly. They came back. So as an affiliate, yeah, it's great to send things to Amazon, but your chances of them going direct are probably pretty good too. So the concept is, if Amazon's doing really well and building this, follow them, learn from them, understand what they do, you will benefit. Their formula is low prices. You know, they have their loyalty program through Prime. They give you all kinds of personalization and combinations to try and get you to purchase today. The other thing that they do, which is nice, and this is something that you could do from an affiliate perspective, is, let's say, for example, you're a Zappos affiliate. And you have a site talking about, well, let's just say it's running shoes. And I was in the session yesterday, the SEO session, with Will Reynolds. And say you have the best running shoes of 2009, and you create, or 2010. And so you create this whole website, and you've got Zappos as one of your affiliates. Well, what you could easily do is say, you know what? You can buy that at Zappos. You can buy it at shoes.com. You can also buy it at onlineshoes.com. Let the customer see the value in your affiliate site, blend it together like e-commerce, give them more value, and you will win. Now, Amazon, this is just an example of everything that Amazon does from a related perspective. Now, no one could be expected to do, not even in e-commerce have I seen anyone accomplish all of these things. you know, you can read the list, but it's everything from what you looked at to what your friends looked at, what is it that you might want to look at, as well as your recent history and searches. If you can't figure out something to buy out of all of these lists, I mean, they're trying their hardest. It's pretty incredible. Now, Walmart, different strategy. Their strategy is price, cheap, ship to your store. But what they do, which is really neat from an affiliate perspective, is they have these neat little things, these little boxes right here. And they pop up, and their ability to showcase little miniature stores inside of them. So this gets back to asking your merchants for merchant showcases and little ways that you can show more things in a smaller space. This is a growing trend that's happening. The other thing that you'll notice is something you can learn from inside your affiliate sites. Walmart sells tons of products, tons. So do they show all those on the front page? No. They realize that people can only handle a couple of things. So if you think to yourself, and I'm just going to ask you guys, when you were on an e-commerce site and you were shopping, just think to yourself, what was it that you remember? Was it the text or was it a picture? How many people was it text? Anybody? Well, the answer really is getting back to images. You know, just like it works in doing CPA ads and showing it on Facebook, an image is everything. So because people typically don't read anything online, you're seeing that all the e-commerce merchants are going to more of a visual, click here. Do this now. What's the call to action? And they're giving it 1, 2, 3 slides right here. And if you don't like this, you might like these. And so the whole idea of it is to not show everything. Only show them enough that they can handle. And that's coming from the largest merchants. Now, Apple.com, I believe they were number 5 on that top list. They go at it a little different way. Everybody knows who Apple is. They go through a much softer brand. But if you look at the site and you really uncover what's under the hood, this isn't a very show me all the specifications right up front. Show me why the Mac, why this processor is so much better than the other one. They're visually shopping. So if you take the cue from Apple and you take the cue from Walmart, it tells you something. Pictures. People like to touch on pictures. They want to stay, they want to learn, they want to engage. Charlotte Russe is an apparel manufacturer, and what they have is an interesting setup. At the bottom here, you'll see a bar that goes across the bottom. Now you can do some of these things in affiliate perspective, where you can get these. But what's nice about Charlotte Russe and what they've tested, and what's neat, is that you can put a virtual outfit together and you can share it with somebody. So what needs to happen inside the affiliate industry is to capture ways where you can bring multiple merchants together and create things that interrelate with social media. That is going to be a new strategy that's coming out in the future. Now, let's get into the affiliate sites on who understands, who gets this whole concept of what I'm describing. Now, the names, I'm sure you recognize all the names that are here. And the first one that's here is Retailmenot. Now, Retailmenot, run by 3 individuals. 3. I mean, that's pretty incredible. These guys are knocking it out of the park. And I'm going to tell you why they knock it out of the park. And especially because I was an ex-couponer, I've always looked at this strategy and really broken it out. And what you're going to see, this is their homepage inside here, and I'm going to break out some of the segments of it, is you've got popular stores. Well, geez, that sounds kind of like what Amazon's doing. They're starting to show alternatives. If you came in for Macy's, they may show you Nordstrom's. And they show you JCPenney's. Today's top coupons, that's related, that's getting into related items and getting into what's hot right now. We know based on the users coming through, we've profiled them, what people are clicking on. So let's not just take a stab in the dark, let's give them what they want. Share the love. That's part of the social media aspect, which is they've realized that in order for the coupon site to survive, they must create a value proposition. So what they did was they allowed users to submit their own coupons into the system. Therefore, they do the work. That's the biggest battle in running a coupon site. And they also allow them to rate the coupons. So I go there and I'll get a Papa John's coupon, and it will say 77% of the people said this worked, which was neat. Now, the next piece of it is win the gift card. This is the way that they get that loyalty. They're capturing that name. As soon as you put your name in that box to get it, they've got you. Now, as you start to put in your search results, and you put in a particular vendor, and you say, I was interested in Nordstrom's, it'll give you an option for, do you want to be alerted about Nordstrom's deals? Well, it's pretty cool. All of a sudden, there's an email alert. Now, that looks just like what Wine Enthusiast was doing, doesn't it? They're learning from e-commerce and picking up on what happens and creating their own interaction with their customers. That's why they're knocking it out of the park. They also have an international aspect to it. Now, they increase their search results to be more visual. If you notice, these, they're not just the Nordstrom's logos or Apple or Buy.com. They're the actual sites. They're just shrunken down because people are creatures of habit. They like images. They realize that they'll click on that before they click on the Buy.com logo. Now, they do their newsletter and emails, as I mentioned, and then they also created Power Tools, which was to engage you in everything from social media to Firefox plugins. This on the bottom is an example of what I got for, I put in one of my merchants for Grooming Lounge, and I get this alert. And so as an affiliate manager, it's actually a great thing because I can see what people are submitting so that I know what coupons are out there. Now, Coupon Cabin, little different strategy, but if you look at the top, you'll see that they've got quite a bit of deals at the top. All these guys are pretty big. They're all mass feeding data feeds into these things. And their whole concept of it is to try and show you verified coupons and deals. They want you to get coupons by email. You'll see right up here, they want your name. That's how they stay alive. That's how they remarket. Otherwise, what's the value of a coupon site? If you got the coupon code, you'll never come back. So if you remarket, now you've got more legs. Now, Coupon Cabin, they did something that was really neat. They have everything from the social media icons for Facebook and Twitter where you can share it right there, coded, which is really nice, to most popular coupons, coupons by email, and this is the part that I thought was the reason why I put them into it. Live help. Nobody in affiliate does that. You know, affiliates typically, nobody's around manning the ship. You know, I mean, I have sites, there's nobody around. But if you could do it, if you could connect the dots and have somebody there for live help, you would improve your conversions substantially. Offers.com, relatively new, but what they're doing, which is interesting, is they're tying together both a countdown of how many deals are in there, but if you see my offer locker, that's that personalization like Amazon. We're trying to tie it together so that we identify you as an individual. We know what offers you like. We're not going to present you with things that you don't like. And by the way, we're also going to show a lot of enhancements in regards to navigation and features. Now, what they did that was interesting was they integrated articles. You don't see this as much. This is a very e-commerce type strategy. They've got articles about Dell and under the hood here, which tell you that were things that they had written that give you features and understanding about that particular computer so that they're setting up that user. By the time they send them to Dell, the chances of conversion are going to be greatly enhanced because that person knows what to expect. And they do the weekly newsletter too. Now, I'm going to skip past this one. But you can see in their navigation at the bottom here on the right, you'll see how deep it goes. Now, Ebates. This is another tactic to go with. To create the loyalty, if you're trying to find a way to do it, is to share some of your wealth. Share some of your commission. So if you're making 5%, you may give back 2% to your users. It's difficult to set up, but that's what makes people like Ebates do really well. So when I came to the Ebates site, though, it looks very much like an e-commerce site. If I was coming to this, I would think that this is an e-commerce site. It looks just like it. They've got their logo up here. They've got branding, their search box here. They've got their navigation here with drop-downs. It's very standard. That's up there. However, when I went to Ebates, they presented me with this block right here. I couldn't do anything. And I looked at it and I almost kicked them out of the presentation because it was just so wrong for me. I didn't see any relevance in why they were trying to do this. Why were they putting this intentional pop-up blocker in front of me and ruining my experience? I was so ticked off, I was ready to leave. However, I filled it out. You can't believe how many emails I get from these guys. I mean, it is non-stop for, you know, hey, we gave you a $5 credit, but come back, come back, come back. No other coupon site does that. And that kept me thinking about them. And what they did was they do deals of the week. They'll do featured stores, featured coupons. They want you to stay in the family because they're sharing some of the wealth with you. It's using e-commerce, but then tying it together with affiliate strategy. This is their sign-up email that I got in my email box. It was in full color HTML. And if you look at this concept, instead of sending you a long laundry list, like I know sometimes I get a coupon one, and it's just 100 deals down the page. Well, one, people can't read. People want to look at an image and click on it. So what do? 4 choices. And then, and I wouldn't be surprised if Ebates also went back to each one of those merchants and probably asked for more money to be featured in the newsletter. So this is just a little interesting approach of where when an affiliate site becomes big, they actually become ones who actually charge for advertising. I know Coupon Cabin does it. Now, cashback. This is the last one that I look at. And in this particular one, this, I think, is really the future of where we're going in affiliate marketing with social media. They're tying the two concepts together, and they're allowing you to shop visually. It's very light graphics. It's really tailored towards the casual shopper coming in. They have their own Facebook Connect feature. They've got lots of stores where it's cash back to you. Let me go back to this. And ultimately, you can rate, review, and log in. Now, I wanted to wrap up with the affiliate strategies to implement, and then we'll go into Q&A. You guys can ask some questions. So these are the things of what you can do. The basic things that's easy to do on the left side, more advanced on the right. The easy things, segmentation. You can take your email list. You can start breaking it out. You can start looking at what's different about these customers. All you have to do is start putting in some segmentation blocks saying, are you interested in apparel? Are you interested in kids, babies? Whatever it is, try and segment it. Try and get more information on them. Organize your popular sections in your navigation or your blog in order of importance. If you're doing it alphabetically and accessories is A, and no one buys accessories, who cares? Move it down. Get it down. Move your section and subsections in rank order. People don't hunt. They don't go far. They don't scroll. Organize your, shadow the merchant. Shadowing the merchant means that if you're going to go out there and you're going to promote, say, buy.com, go to their website, see what they're talking about. Don't necessarily believe the affiliate newsletter. Go directly to the merchant. Don't take it from what they tell you to promote. Go there and make up your own mind. Figure out what's popular. That will help you because sometimes what happens is, and I can tell you as an affiliate manager, we may be pushing a particular promotion or getting you to do something that we want you to do, but in reality, that might be a harder sell than doing what we're trying to sell on an everyday basis. It's all about making money. Integrate social media. That can be done very easily these days. Add shopping guides. Very popular right now. People want buying guides. With universal search coming in by Google, guides are going to play an important role coming up. Best sellers. Help people. Figure it out. These are the 5 best products of what I think that my audience could purchase. And keep it front and center. It's just like how blog posts, popular blogs will have, these are my top 5 posts. It's a great way to try and get somebody to convert. Surveys and live help, easy integrations. Now advanced stuff. Personalization, that gets back into, I want to treat you as an individual, not as an overall audience. I want to know your interests. I want to know how to market to you. I want to present you things that you like. Now, enhanced search. Those are things that are a little bit more difficult, but you can, if, say for example, you're on a WordPress situation, you can get plugins that will enhance that for you. Mobile applications, this one's going to require a little bit more investment in time, but if you can figure out the tie-in between working in affiliate data feeds, tying that back under to a mobile application and making money through that, you can have a winner on your hands. Email alerts, that's getting back to the segmentation, allowing people to be email alerted, say, on just a specific type of product or vendor. Loyalty and thinking beyond the borders. Create a contest. Get the email names. Create that loyalty or consider giving back a portion of that affiliate income. So now it's time for Q&A, and happy to answer any questions. Anybody have any burning questions? A question?
Is there a way to sort of add coupons or sub-sites to your sites, or turn your whole site into a coupon site or some separate one? If I have a site where I already have visitors, I have, they're coming there to go to the site, it's add a value to the site.
Okay.
I just add a tab to it so that it provides coupons.
Sure. Well, there are. There are coupon sites. You can have one like Pink Flamingo, for example, where they have it where they aggregate all their coupons together, and then they sell that information in a feed. So you can actually plug that into your website. It will populate all that, and a lot of coupon sites actually regenerate that information coming from a master affiliate. You can definitely buy it. There's people like Price Grabber and things where you can integrate and get portions of the revenue kicked back to you if you show their feed. But yeah, absolutely exists. Yes?
Any platform is used for Applecom because it's possible to hear the questions.
Oh, sure. You can.
I'll speak loud.
Oh, sorry. I'll repeat the question. Sorry.
Any platforms, particularly open source platforms that you know of, diving into a little bit more of the behavioral tracking, working in segmentation and things along that?
There are firms who specialize within behavioral tracking, that this is their whole job. And so, for example, somebody like Wine Enthusiast, and if you think about a company who does this, and I'll just give you an example, a company like MyBuys, for example. They'll go in and you'll load 2 years worth of customer data into one of these systems. So for example, if anyone had purchased from Wine Enthusiast in the last 2 years, that information will be loaded in the system so that when we see you come through the doors and you land there, we know exactly what you bought, where you've been, everything. And so that would be a situation where they operate more on a rev share basis. And that's how sometimes you can have situations where companies are paid by getting a share of what the overall earnings are. But I haven't seen anything that you can just go out and plug in yourself. Because it requires, typically something like that would require usually an investment of about $10,000 in just technology trying to crunch all that. Questions?
Do you have your slides available?
Yes, funny enough, they published them on Slideshare even before I did it. So the slides are all on Slideshare, and my Google alert told me that right before I left. Yes? We'll tell me a little bit more. This question was about membership sites and e-commerce. Tell me a little bit more about what you're looking to do with it. You know, I wouldn't have enough information to really give you a good answer on that. I think it would require a lot more conversations. Anyone else? Burning questions. Yes?
You're an ex-couponer. Can you tell us why that is?
Sure. It's actually an interesting story. I started out as a couponer when I was starting Vastplanet. I was buying office supplies, and I realized that when I was buying from Staples that they kept giving me coupons, and then I realized that there were coupons in other parts of the United States. So I started harvesting coupons from all over the United States. Ultimately, made a lot of money inside there. Started getting into where I had about 200 vendors. Everything was going good up until the point where I came to Affiliate Summit. And at that point, merchants decided that couponers were no longer adding value to a relationship. And they started terminating relationships. So I got terminated from a lot of different programs. I got terminated from Staples, and you know, to this day, I don't promote Staples at all. I mean, I show them here, but it was an interesting journey. The reason why I stopped was because there was so much friction from the outside world on trying to prove the value of a couponer that I decided to be a niche affiliate instead. So I kept the coupon site, let it go on autopilot, but ultimately I had to make a decision about 5, 6 years ago, whether I wanted to make this a real business like somebody like Ebates and really hire staff and run 24/7 coupon harvesting and publishing. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, great.
Yes?
As a publisher just getting into e-commerce, can you recommend what platforms are the best for
In e-commerce? So you physically want to sell goods, not affiliate-based?
Yes, I'm doing both.
What kind of products are they?
A variety of things, but right now tech products.
Okay. Well, I mean, your easiest, the question was really how do I get into e-commerce and what's some of the cheaper ways to do it. One of your easiest ways is to, you can have a Yahoo store, for example. Very low cost operation. We're Yahoo developers for the last 11 years, and you can build it yourself and pretty much do it yourself platform. I like some of the other ones that are out there. There's Shopify. There's a lot of them that are canned solutions that are ready to go. The latest thing that's happening is the convergence between blogs and e-commerce, and there isn't quite really that connection to join that yet, but that's something that's out there. And your ultimate cheapest way is to build your site with something like PayPal, if you really want to keep it as, you know, bottom budget as possible. Any other questions? I guess that's it. Wait, there's a question.
All right, yeah, I'm curious about this because we're a wholesaler. We do million dropshipping and stuff like that.
Okay.
How much of the affiliate market do people really tier correctly on the e-commerce basis, or do you have to have an affiliate program to break out there and be able to provide X amount of leads?
Well, you have to, the question I believe was if you're a wholesaler, can you participate in an affiliate program, right? And have people be able to use your information to deliver.
I'm not so much that, but of this affiliate marketing world is there presence out there that it does the, several e-commerce operations, which money's better than 10, 20, 30% getting.
It can happen. I mean, it could happen, but the whole concept of being in affiliate marketing is the fact that it's low risk. You don't have to pick up the phone. You don't have to deal with returns. You don't have to deal with shipping, and that's really, to me, what attracted me to the whole industry. In running an e-commerce operation, your margins are much tighter, and so for an e-commerce, to do it, I guess if you made it worth their while and gave them the store to start up with, it could possibly work. But I think you might be better off just working in an affiliate program and paying the referral on. You're welcome. Anybody else? Last chance. Okay, well, thank you guys. Make some money with it.